Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular. Welcome to your mystery reading. The first thing that we're going to do is shuffle out a card from the Prisma Visions Tarot to get the context or the general energy of your reading. If you'd like to be a part of the community that I'm trying to create, subscribe and hit that notification bell. And before I get you your first card, remember that this is a general reading that could be meant for more than one person. So if you're struggling to find meaning in a message, that's okay. Just let it go because it might just be meant for someone else. And if it truly was meant for you, the universe and your spirit guides will make that obvious to you either sometime during this reading or sometime during your journey. I feel like for someone here, birds could be significant, and I also just heard uccelli, which is birds in Italian, so birds feeling like linked to your ancestors, maybe red cardinals. I've heard like if people see those, that could be the sign of a past loved one. So actually, I believe a red cardinal in the United States, a red cardinal is the bird of my state. So they could definitely be significant for someone. The color red in general could be significant. I just heard rojo, which I think that's red in Spanish. So there could be Italian or Spanish ancestors here for somebody. Or it could just be ancestors that you have that come from a different, or that came from a different country and spoke a different language. If you do feel called to learn a different language, follow that calling. So I feel like that's happening for a reason. For your first card, wow. We have the Seven of Swords in reverse with Aquarius and the Moon. And I love how the camera was trying to focus on the sun, because I feel like there's also something here about balance, using the sun or light to help you find more balance. That makes a lot more sense. I feel like there's too much darkness in your energy, and that's creating darkness in your reality, and so you need to bring more light into your energy so that way you can bring more light into your darkness and you can balance out that darkness, and also so you can bring more light into your life in general. I definitely feel there's something here about balancing the masculine and the feminine energy between you, the light energy and the dark energy. Yin and yang could be a very, very significant symbol for someone, and you should definitely look that up. If you feel called to, the colors black and white could be significant. I also feel called to say that Unis Honest could be significant for someone, and I just saw 3, 2, 1. So if Unis Honest is significant, trust that. I just saw 3, 3, 3. So I feel like there's something here about communication. Maybe spiritual communication, the universe, your spirit guides, your ancestors, they all could be trying to communicate 3, 4, 5, and they're trying to connect with you for a reason. I think they want you to see the power in truth and honesty and integrity, the potential in those things. I feel like there's a deep fear here, to be honest with yourself, because you're attached to potential. Some part of you believes that being honest with yourself means you're going to have less in life, but that's not true. It may be true at first, because you have to lose things that just aren't meant for you. Once you start being more honest with yourself, things that are more deceptive are just going to kind of fall away, and you have to allow that to happen. So if you're healing and it feels like you're losing things, that may be supposed to happen. Maybe something that you're feeling called to let go of or to change. It's hard, but it's for a good reason. And I saw 4, 4, 4. It's for a good reason, because you deserve to truly feel stable and safe and secure and comfortable, not only in your environment at home, but also in your environment on the planet, in the world. Maybe you could feel I just heard the word conservation. But you could feel called to make a difference when it comes to supporting the earth in some way. Earth Day could be significant. It doesn't have to be like, if you could work in conservation, you could be doing, like, being called to work in that or to be involved in that somehow. Or just, it could be anything related to the earth. Maybe Mother Earth or Gaia is really, really trying to connect with you and help you get more comfortable with who you are and this reality. They really, really want to help you feel more settled. I saw 543. They want you to feel more at peace and in harmony for a reason. But to get there, you first need to be honest with yourself. I'm feeling something here about, pull the knife out, or because like hold on one second. The reason why I felt that pull the knife out, like maybe someone like stabbed you in your back, like figuratively, and you need to take out that knife so you can heal something. It feels like something keeps triggering some wound, and you need to do something about that, because you don't deserve to keep reliving that pain over and over and over again. Life does not have to be dark and scary all the time. I mean, we have to be realistic and allow it to be sometimes, but more good things than bad things could happen if you recognize and use your power and your own potential for your highest good, and maybe for the highest good of others. I think maybe you just don't really see how much justice there is in being honest with yourself, even if, nobody has to pay for the consequences. Your peace is so much more important than being right. The number 777 could be significant for someone. I feel like the universe and your spirit guides are trying to let you know that the more that you let go, or the more that you invest in yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, internally, the more that you are able to receive from the universe externally. You have to allow yourself to heal from the darkness, so that way you can be vulnerable again. That's the thing about vulnerability. It's terrifying because we don't know if we're going to get hurt or not. But I just think that the universe wants you to recognize that you are so much more capable of pain and disappointment and heartbreak than you think you are. If only you just looked at things differently. To wrap up this reading, I'm going to get a couple cards from this deck that I got from a box of cards that I have. We're just going to look a little bit deeper into this energy for you. With this Aquarius energy here, I just feel like you're really being called to embrace your individuality, what makes you different, because you are meant to be different. It says, you are investing in your shadow because you are hurt. Do you remember what got you feeling so heavy? That question almost feels nostalgic. I think the universe and your spirit guides want you to trace where the root of your pain is. Like, whenever you feel depressed or anxious, that is a cry for help from your mind. So pay attention to what you're thinking about and make sure that you're not looking at things in a way that are detrimental to yourself. And making sure that you're looking at things in a way that values and prioritizes what you deserve. When things get hard, just stop for a second and ask yourself, what do I deserve though? It feels like someone here could particularly be attached to their more shadow energy, which I think is just a reflection of the fear that you feel. Like, there's just a strong energy here of an attachment. And I think the universe and your spirit guides want you to, I feel like I want to say slowly work through that attachment. And like being able to let someone go or to walk away from something doesn't mean you're not attached anymore. Because we can still hold on emotionally. And I just really feel like there's something here that you really, really need to let go that is destructive to yourself. A way of looking at things. It probably does get annoying to hear, oh, we'll just change your perspective. Because it's not that easy. But if you're willing to see the light in yourself and in the world, it's easy to change your perspective. So just allow yourself to see the light, the good. Just as much as tragedies and catastrophes happen, so do miracles. And mentioning miracles makes me think of rainbows. And rainbows come after a storm. So just know once the storm is over, the change, the turbulence is over, you will be at peace. The rainbow makes me think of the Ten of Cups cards. You will have your Ten of Cups, which just means a very emotionally fulfilling life. Everything in your life has the potential to just be so, I want to say gratifying, but emotionally fulfilling. You just need to allow yourself to heal from whatever makes you keep all of that fear and sadness and anger trapped inside. There's definitely something here that you need to release because it is making you feel heavy. It's dragging you down. I'm also feeling something here like it could drag you down to the point of your grave, which is dark, but hey, it just came through. So definitely take your decisions more seriously because it does feel like you're digging your own grave kind of thing. But for your last card we have, remember how short life really is. Consider the last decade of your life. How satisfied are you? This might be, it might be different for people who, I just saw 12-12, so communication and boundaries could be significant. But if you're younger, like in your 20s, early 20s, you don't really start to see how short life is until you hit about I want to say 22, 23, 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess that happens for a reason. I felt something here about coming to your senses. So yeah, if you are not in your early 20s or even your mid 20s, give yourself time to keep growing and to keep evolving and changing. Because for me personally, I noticed that those years between 18 and 22 years old, so much changes in the way that you look at yourself and the way you look at the world, and it's one of the most important, like, it's the most important time to take care of yourself mentally and emotionally. Because I'm not sure, I'm not an older person, but maybe it could, like, the longer that you hold on, the harder it is it's going to be to let go. That's what I'm trying to say. So let yourself, while you still have control, let yourself let go. And I almost saw 333. I'm going to take it anyway. Let yourself grow and evolve and expand into someone, into yourself, and into a world that represents who you truly are. I just really felt there's something here about Alice in Wonderland. It could be the older versions or the newer version. I felt both. Maybe you're being called to watch the different Alice in Wonderland movies. I'm also feeling something here about Alice in Chains. The name Alice could be significant. Doesn't have to be. But yeah, I think you're just meant to be reflecting right now and really understanding what's holding you back from being honest and giving yourself anything and everything that you deserve and that your younger self deserved as well. I think thinking about the last 10 years of your life, that might reveal something to you. And I just saw 444. So there's a sign here about your stability, your security, your home life, your money, people you live with or surround yourself with, where you live, just your whole foundation is significant right now. I feel like what's missing from your foundation is honesty, integrity. That's what's creating dishonesty is creating the instability. But I don't know if you heard it. One of the cats sneezed, and I thought it was so cute. But sneezes for me, they represent blessings. So there are blessings that the universe does want to give you. You just have to be open to receiving to them, and to be open to receiving blessings. You also have to be open to disappointment and receiving less than ideal. Definitely don't close yourself off from feeling or experiencing uncomfortable feelings, because it's okay to feel uncomfortable. You're not, I just don't think life is about being in your comfort zone all the time, because then we get bored, and we get anxious, and we get depressed. I saw 555. There's definitely some change here. Allow yourself to transform. Allow your life to transform. And if you need help moving through these changes, this transformation, don't be afraid to ask for support, to ask for help, even if it's spiritual, from the universe and your spirit guides, because I think they really, really want to help you when it comes to having more faith in yourself, what you're capable of, in the universe, and your future. It's weird, because we don't have absolute control of the future, but we have more control than we think we do. But it's being so focused on the future that makes us lose control. So I don't know, I felt like maybe that could be a food for thought moment. Just hermit energy feels very, very strong right now, so don't be afraid to pull away, to be on your own, and to just be with yourself, and just to really allow yourself to figure things out, whatever that means to you. But that will be the end of your reading. I really, really hope that it was helpful or relevant in some way. If you'd like to hit the like button to show me that is the best way to support me. And if you'd like to offer even more support, you can do so by donating through the thanks button directly below the video. Absolutely not obligated, but always very much appreciated. Feel free to leave a comment down below if you have any. I'd really, really love to connect with you more. And thank you so much to those of you who have shown your support thus far. It really means a lot to me, and it definitely makes a difference. And the last thing that I am going to say is thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you around.